President Ursula von der Leyen, we are very pleased to welcome you and your delegation to Rwanda. The President and I had a very productive discussion. Rwanda and the European Union have been strong partners, in fact, friends for a long time. Over the years, we have also deepened our cooperation across a wide range of sectors. The two agreements signed today on pharma manufacturing and critical raw materials are a case in point. There are many more things we work very closely on. As a continent, we still rely heavily on imports for vaccines and medicines. We want to change this, and the long-term solution is to strengthen our manufacturing and scientific capacity. Again, European Union has been very active in this, trying to support us in this development. Earlier today, the President and I attended the inauguration of BioNTech's vaccine manufacturing site. The European Union and President von der Leyen personally helped to make this a reality. I want to thank the President for being with us to mark this milestone, and the joint declaration with the European Investment Bank on critical raw materials reinforces Rwanda's commitment to sustainably and transparently develop our mineral resources. We are especially focused on processing the materials needed for the global energy transition. I'm also pleased to share that Rwanda signed the Samoa Agreement today. And Madam President, once again, I very much thank you for your visiting us and on this particular occasion, which goes a long way to cement further our relationship. So thank you for finding the time to be with us on this day and giving us an opportunity to thank you directly for your support. May I now invite you to make the remarks you wish to make.
Thank you very much, President Kagama. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. The European Union and Rwanda share strong ties, and I'm here today to express just how important this partnership and friendship is to the European Union. And we think there is a lot of common potential that is still to be unleashed. The European Union works mostly with an investment program that we call Global Gateway, very familiar to you. And Global Gateway is investing around about 900 million euros in Rwanda. But important is not just how much we are investing, but how we are investing. For us, it's very important to come with high environmental standards and social standards, and with transparency. We want to share technology and knowledge because that is crucial for a genuine partnership. I think it is important to train the local workforce because investment in people is the most sustainable investment you can think of. And we want to create local jobs, good jobs for the people of Rwanda by bringing in public investment, but also private investment. And let me briefly look at three different elements. The first one is indeed the health sector. We have just inaugurated BioNTech Africa, an mRNA producing facility to manufacture vaccine at scale on the continent. And this means vaccines made in Africa for the African people. And it serves Rwanda's ambition to become a leader in vaccines and health services in Africa. So we have discussed today the intense work that we're doing together. Global Gateway, or the European Union, is organizing twinning meetings between Rwandese health authorities and their counterpart in the European Union. We are financing lab equipment, e-health technologies, medical skills programs. All these are very important to have a conducive environment for the private investors. We've just signed a 40 million euros Team Europe funding package to invest in Rwanda's pharmaceutical and biotechnological sector, with a very special focus on research, on development and entrepreneurship. The second element that we have discussed, and that is for us very important, is that Global Gateway delivers to the agricultural business industry. It's a strong sector here in Rwanda, but it's also an industry or a sector that is faced with several challenges: price volatility, scarcity, and the impact of climate change. And here, Global Gateway invests with 380 million euros in the competitiveness of the food industry in Rwanda. In particular, we're very much looking forward to the construction of the Kigali wholesale market, a big project, very ambitious project. It will become, this wholesale market here in Rwanda, the distribution hub, the central distribution hub in Eastern and Central Africa for fresh and processed food. And therefore, this will have an exceptional impact on job creating for the people here in Rwanda. The third sector, indeed, is the focus on the value chains for critical raw materials, or raw materials overall. And here, we've just seen the agreement between Rwanda and the European Investment Bank. We're about to sign also a cooperation on critical raw materials between the European Union and Rwanda. And here, it is for us important that we partner with Rwanda for this very strategic industry, because we want to go, and this is the crucial point you mentioned too, beyond exploration and extraction. It is important to share skills here too in this sector of mining critical raw materials, but also processing them, so that Rwanda can develop activities with high value added, like the processing, but also the refining. And this will help Rwanda's companies with new products, also then to access new markets and to export to partners. My last point is that I want to commend you for the strong partnership we have in fighting climate change and our joint work at COP28. Here I want to thank you also with all the topics that you're bringing to the table, have brought to the table at COP28, like the rolling out of more renewable energy. You have the resources in abundance here. And I want to thank you for the leadership on climate and the environment. You're leading the High Emission Coalition to end plastic pollution. And you are a shining example how beneficial it is for the country. You have joined the Global Methane Pledge. Thank you very much for joining our pledge to double energy efficiency and triple the amount of renewables by 2030 globally. And you are a front runner in using innovative tools for climate mitigation and adaptation. So overall, a broad package of activities and a partnership that is highly, highly welcomed. To conclude, Here, I welcome indeed the signing of the Samoa Agreement. It will be a foundation of the partnership between the European Union and the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States for the next 20 years. So we're in for long haul, that is important. And I want to thank you for the trust and the reliability that we find in every of the projects we are working on together. So today was again a new beginning of a new project, the vaccines, but based on a lot of excellent experience and trust that we have with you, our friends and partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.